Okay, so welcome. So this is going to be a bit of a spotlight show on Marco, who has been a client with us now for a total of 21 weeks. He's initially signed up for 24 weeks, 6 months with us, and he has just actually said, "Hey, I'm loving it so much. I have some further goals. Can we actually extend it for 3 months?" So usually what we do is we work with people for 6 to 12 months for those periods of time, and then if they want to extend for whatever reason, they can do. Um, but Marco came to us in, I think it was like March, April time we started working with Marco. He was 109 kilos at the time. He just lost like 6 kilos in like 6 weeks, but he was doing it by eating 1,000 calories a day. And he knew as well as I did that that wasn't sustainable and it wasn't healthy, and he was feeling awful the entire time whilst doing it as well. So our goal with Marco was to develop some healthy eating habits, achieve some sustainable weight loss, achieve his goal weight of 90 kilos by his birthday in September. Hint, we've already done that and it's August. And start building this figure like Dan Reynolds, who is a singer for Imagine Dragons. I was unsure on who he was at the time, so I had to Google him after. But this is the dude, and he's in great shape. Look, when it comes to those secondary outcomes though, it's not just about losing fat and building muscle in my eyes, and for all of our clients, like this is not the case. It's not exclusively just like this. So it's about like how we feel, how confident we are as well. Most clients that we work with are in their late 20s, their early 30s, sometimes into their 40s even. And therefore, this focus on health and energy is so, so paramount. And, separate to that, the confidence that you feel in social situations and gym situations. So what we've done with Marco is we built him a program that fit his lifestyle. So when he did start with us, God, what would it have been now? Yeah, March, April time. We actually were working in his apartment. What we did was he had some free weights, and we just started like developing a home workout that utilized the equipment he had, because again, the confidence wasn't there at the time for entering the gym. Fast forward to today, and we are now ticking off sessions in the gym. We've adapted programs to his liking. Again, we've got maybe a glute focused program because that's a priority for him. He wants to focus on pull-ups, so we are focusing on pull-up focused training as well for the upper body. But in that time too, we have lost a considerable amount of weight. Again, Marco started with us at 109 kilos, 21 weeks ago. Fast forward today, and he is a total of 90 kilos. He has been consistently losing a kilo or two every single week, a kilo every week or two, I was meant to say there. And it's just phenomenal, like what we've seen in terms of results. Again, it's not just the number on the scale that dictates it, it's how he feels and how he looks as well. So every single week, what we get Marco to do is essentially a progress photo update. And this is going to, again, showcase how he looks, because it's not just all about what the scale says. In my opinion, scale is garbage. I hate the number on the scale. But it's an indication of progress at the end of the day. And what's more important than that is how the body looks. So this is how he has been looking. This is like every single week of check-in. And let's just kind of continue scrolling down to our first ever check-in. And I will show you the absolute contrast, which is phenomenal. Again, bear with me whilst I just do this. The app in itself that we use to support people is great, but it is pretty slow, I can't lie. So this was Marco. This was in March. I'm sure he doesn't mind me, or we have spoken about this, but look, he's obviously not proud of looking back at those photos. He's like, who the hell is this dude? But I'm sure he's proud of the person that he's become. So as a reminder, that was Marco in March, and now this is Marco today. A crazy amount of change we've seen. We've shaved our head off for one, but we've also lost an absolute ton of weight, and we put on some muscle as well, some lean size. And again, this has been the result of proper programming, adjusted programming that fits his lifestyle. He trains 4 times a week with us. He's a chef, very busy on the weekends, so we need to make sure that Monday through to Friday is where we get the training in. And we have habits again here that complement his lifestyle. We do this all without tracking a single calorie. May I add too, there is no calorie tracking. We implement portion-based eating, essentially. And that is how we get him the results that we do, so that he has got the results he has. So Marco is a phenomenal case study. He has been with us for a total of 21 weeks. He's lost a total of 19 kilos, had to do the maths there, in that time since starting with us. And, you know, in his check-in forms, which we do every single week as well, he will never say that he's ever going back to this. So if we look at the most recent check-in form that was completed just a few days ago, every week we do these and we provide video feedback. He bought his first shirt size small. This was phenomenal. This is actually his new Instagram picture as well. I'll quickly find this as well, just so you guys can see this too. I'll close that. And this essentially is him. This is actually Marco, but this is him in that new t-shirt of his, which is a shirt size small, which is just phenomenal. So good. Again, going back to the check-in form, here, he obviously had a bit of a tough week, and this is it. But hey, we prioritize ourselves, we have a routine, and we have, a structure nowadays. We're 10 out of 10 confident, we're getting adequate sleep, steps, water. And again, we build up to all of this. This wasn't like this on the first ever check-in, may I add, but we've built up to this over time. His energy is high, his cravings are low, he's getting good sleep, follows the right meal structure, the right portions, and maintains a positive mindset regardless of life outside, which is lovely. He's training hard in the gym, he's adding reps to his workouts. And this is what we spoke about. If Dan Reynolds' body is the goal, I'm getting closer to that where I started. But honestly, the lifestyle that I have now is the goal, which I just think is a phenomenal summary for this entire case study here. Again, he's at 90 kilos. His waist and hip measurements are substantially lower than before. Again, this is in inches, so it's probably not the best measurement. But here we have, again, this is inaccurate data at the time, but 102 and 103 is where we started, which is crazy because now we are now 5 and 15 or 25 respectively centimeters away from that, which is just crazy work, absolutely phenomenal work. Again, we are focusing right now on his pull-up journey, which is awesome. And here, he's just said this. He wants to actually see how he goes in terms of training himself. We actually spoke about this and I was like, hey man, if that's what you want to do, that's awesome. And then he actually has since come back and said, hey, I really feel like what we need to do is maybe meet each other once a month and just talk about that. So we no longer are going to do week-to-week check-ins like this. And instead what we're actually going to do is every single month, we're going to have a call and just making sure he's on track basically. So this is Marco. Again, he's made phenomenal progress with us. He used to be, if you want to click on a video, I'd recommend watching this. And you can kind of, again,
most kids around me
just watch these subtitles here.
To food and was in denial about being overweight. That was me years ago. Hi, I'm Marco, and I've been training.
Again, you can continue reading the subtitles, but basically here, this was Marco a month in, and he'd been saying about his kind of binge eating experience, his lack of confidence before starting with us, and just the results that he has seen as a result of working with us. Again, this dude is just one of the countless case studies, to be completely honest with you. We've achieved these results for many, many clients now. If I go into here, this is just one segment of my clients. We also have multiple clients in line with other coaches like Sarah, for example. So we're doing this for Marco as well as many other people. Again, hopefully this is a good insight into what it's like working with us, what the process would look like. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out.